Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS, and today we're joined by Sriracha Mochacha, Paloma Star.
Hi guys, so happy to be back.
And that guy, Joy Mayberry.
Yeah, I'm gay. I come from the South.
So let's talk about Raw. This is a go-home show for Stomping Ground. There are news coming out that WWE is like planning to like shake it up because they're so low interest.
They keep on saying kicking ass and taking names.
Kick ass. Take names.
It's like they keep on saying ass over and over again to, I guess, generate some interest. Did you guys notice that?
It just makes me continually think about Dash Wilder, but...
I noticed that yesterday. I could not stop staring at his butt in those white pants.
I was thinking about Ricochet. But anyway, Becky and Lacey Evans promo. Let's go right into it.
Los Angeles!
This promo, the weird thing happened where the heel came out and revealed that
I'm actually a real United States Marine.
all the crowd was like booing Lacey, and then they were like, oh shit, wait, what do we do?
I was like, where are you going with this? Because you just backed yourself into a corner. Like, how are you going to get out of this? Because first of all, you can't boo a U.S. Marine. And also, she was like a legit badass. What I hear is that whenever they have like tryouts, Lacey actually goes around the performance center and like does like the kind of like a drill sergeant thing with all the people who are in attendance. Like she's a badass. She like pulls her hair up and like just like basically treats everybody like they're in basic training or drill sergeant, which I think that's such a badass thing. But I was just like, where are they going with this? Because you can't boo a U.S. Marine. You're gonna boo the Irish woman, or you're gonna boo her for shitting on the Marine. I had no idea where this was going. I was just like, oh, this is awkward.
That was a very tough situation. Yeah, for sure. I was a drill sergeant, by the way. Just letting you know, not in U.S. Marine. But anyway, yeah, it was such a weird situation where Los Angeles completely went speechless. Whole reaction kind of like died down because they were so confused on what they're supposed to do.
And I felt like the promo on itself was pretty good. It was a little bit different than what Lacey's been normally delivering us. I just kind of wondered one thing was, why didn't she get in the ring?
She did, eventually.
She just got on the apron.
Oh, and then she got
just
dragged
stood
into
there.
it.
For two women who really want to fight each other, they sure didn't seem like it. Either like cut a promo,
that's
just
what
cut a promo, or just like go at it each other. Because I'm just like, why are you standing over here? Why are you standing over here? Either like go right at it right now. Because I didn't feel like they really wanted to fight each other. They're just like, I'm going to cut this promo here. And
I agree with you in a sense that they act like they really want to fight, but I still to this day don't know why they want to fight so much.
Because she's the lady and she's the man.
And Becky, the reason she was so cool is that she was acting upon all her rage, acting upon like Charlotte Flair. But in this role, she's just very reactionary. Like she's just getting attacked by Lacey over and over again. She's just receiving stuff.
as opposed to going and get it.
Exactly.
Right.
There's nothing to like really root for, really.
I feel like, honestly, this is just a placeholder till Ronda comes back. Because they continually mention every time you see Becky Lynch that she's the only woman to beat Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. So the rumor is that there apparently is advertising matches for Night of Champions, and the match again is Lacey versus Becky. Those are, I mean, subject to change, so I really hope it doesn't extend that much. I don't know what they're gonna do. If they're gonna use Marine, it's not gonna be Lacey as heel.
Use the Marine. It's got to be better than the Marine 1, or the Marine 2, or the Marine 3, or the Marine 4.
Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, starting from the backstage segment.
But it's the same thing that she said last week. Hey, did you see what happened? No, Alexa, what? This happened. Oh, I didn't know that. Are you mad, Nikki? Yes, I'm mad. Let's go to the ring. Okay.
So Alexa gave Nikki Cross this really cute coffee cup, and with the note inside, it was like so cute.
It was really. I want one.
I really want Alexa's face. And then eventually it moved to another backstage segment with Naomi and Natalya, where Naomi looked great. She was like,
She sure did.
90s girl group realness. She was amazing. Get into the ring, girl, though. It's like I miss you. They started this rumor saying that Bayley didn't take a photo with young fans. Doesn't this smell very Sasha?
Yeah.
I can see that. It
does.
really does.
I think they're bringing all the Sasha stuff into the storyline.
I think so
they
too.
are.
Like I feel like Sasha's almost giving them like ideas, like, "Hey guys, we should do this," and Sasha just like did that or tweeted about it. I think they're trying to be modern and current with the whole like Twitter thing, and she should take a picture with them and all that stuff. But I don't know. I just feel like I want more like substance. I guess you don't see the guys fighting over what somebody tweeted either.
It would have flowed so much better if Nikki and Alexa had won the tag team belts, and then Sasha came back to join Bayley to go against Nikki and Alexa.
I actually really like that.
That was a really good idea.
So we had the first legitimate women's tag team championship match
Finally.
on Raw. They did that whole like introduction inside the ring.
Yeah.
They were trying to make it like really cool.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship!
So IIconics came in, they cut a little promo. What did you think about that?
So tired of it. The same promo they keep cutting. Like, we're in this city and they have a sports team and that sports team doesn't do good.
All the heels always make sports jokes.
They do. And the thing is, if Paul Heyman can't get over a Lakers joke, then nobody else can.
Yeah.
You know, and that same show, like if they saw that bomb, don't try it again. It's not gonna work. And I think they're going off of because that whole thing that Kevin Owens said one time at Seattle about the Supersonics and went over really well. But I also think LA doesn't really like, I mean, they like LeBron, but they're just like indifferent about him.
Yeah.
So I think you have to pick and choose what city you're gonna do a sports joke at. It
Do you
didn't
know
land.
anything about LeBron James?
I'm a huge sports fan, so I'm all like, oh, hold on, let me talk about this.
I feel a little attacked right now.
No, it's because we both at the same time you were like talking about basketball.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put poll right here, or is it here? I'm really curious how much of a women's wrestling fan like actually know these jokes. Because
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're talking about. If they bring like RuPaul's Drag Race joke, I'll be like, yes! But like sports joke, I'm like, who? So I was very lost. And then I thought their whole character is that they're kind of like escaping championship matches or they're escaping fights and they're like kind of cowards.
Yeah.
But they came in against Alexa Bliss, who's a multi-time women's champion, and they seemed pretty confident.
I do agree with you. Like, they're playing this whole, like, cowardly heel. They don't want to defend their titles or, like, even the little chance of them losing it. But here it didn't feel like they were playing that up or even addressing it at all.
Exactly.
So.
I thought that was very inconsistent booking when it came to character. The match.
It was fine. I don't think it was anything like, oh man, must see at all. Billie Kay's selling is awesome. I really enjoy her selling. Other than that, I'm just like, oh, okay.
I love the tag moves they're busting out. I love the kicks. They look real solid. And I kind of want to see them do a little bit more just to showcase because I feel like them losing the title is now right around the corner.
I almost thought IIconics was going to lose it here because there was so much more storyline potential for Alexa and Nikki to win it here. So I was like, oh shit, are they going to really drop it? Luckily, it didn't happen.
What I do want to point out about this match is that Alexa was both a heel and a face all in one match, which I was super confused about. Am I supposed to cheer for you? Am I supposed to boo you? Are you both right now?
And then Bayley came in and she like distracted the match.
The finish, everybody looked dumb.
Yeah, agreed.
That's the thing. Everybody looked dumb. Also, what's up with Bayley and a whole bunch of other people just chilling in the office chair? Like, I just saw this thing where they have like office chair games, like these like office chair races, and that's what it looked like she was gonna do. Because it's either like I just thought it was just really random, just sitting there in an office chair at the end of the ramp. Finish, everybody looked dumb. Somebody getting distracted, and then just like a roll up, and like it was just.
It was like the first major like title defense for the IIconics, and they didn't even celebrate. They just ran up the ramp.
It's really not the main focus right now, which is really sad. Bayley looked like a weird bully because she just kind of ruined Nikki Cross's chance.
Yeah, that finish was just wanky. Everybody just looked dumb at the end. I'm just like, oh.
I love that word.
Wanky.
Wanky.
You know who I got it from? Nikki James.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever I wrestled her, we did the spot in the corner where she does the head scissors. And when I went out for it, she didn't go for it. And afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, it just felt wanky, so I didn't go for it. So, shout out Nikki James for letting me use the word wanky.
But I think this ending kind of gives, it's a good incentive for Nikki Cross to be enraged at Bayley. In that sense, I am happy about the potential.
The promo afterwards where Nikki kind of got like kind of enraged was solid. But to me, it didn't feel like Bayley really cost them the match.
So let's move to SmackDown Live. So back in SmackDown Live, it was all about women's backstage segments and promos and all that. So let's start with the Moment of Bliss. Can we agree that this is the best Moment of Bliss so far?
Ever.
I mean, unfortunately, this is like Bayley's like 100th time on Moment of Bliss, but it's been my favorite.
This segment might have redeemed This Is Your Life.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think nothing can really redeem that.
everything was so good.
Everybody was super intense. I believed everything they were saying. They kind of like sold the match to me here. Like, I wasn't really excited about the match, and now I'm just like, well, damn, all right, let's do this. I want to see this.
For a second, I thought, is this shoot?
Yeah.
I know, especially Alexa's like intensity on it when she was all like talking about Bayley, like, oh, I have the career you wish you had. I'm like, well, damn.
Especially when Alexa was like, Charlotte was the only one nice to me back in NXT. Why would she bring a heel Charlotte into it unless it's real? It's like really selling it. This also smelled very Sasha to me.
She came in so fake with her fake little stories, her fake little, I loved wrestling growing up. I love Matt Hardy. You know what? You can't even tell the difference between Jeff and Matt, you idiot.
Women's champion Alexa Bliss, a 2-brand champion. Also, was Money in the Bank winner?
I don't know if I just missed her, but like
You peaked in NXT.
You peaked in NXT.
Yeah, that was the moment for sure.
I'm stoked for the match. Like, I'm excited for this one. This gave me everything I needed for a go home that Lacey and Becky didn't.
the Forever 21 line.
You come out here with your Bayley buddies dressing like you work at Forever 21.
Oh, damn. Yeah, when it's, I'm like, damn. And I actually kind of like that they played up the whole, like, oh, you're a fan, you're waiting for autographs after the show. Bayley was almost using that as a crutch a lot. And I know she's super likable, super relatable because of that.
Right.
But, like, give me something else. Give me another reason to like you besides that you grew up watching it just like everybody else did, you know, just like we did and stuff. But, like, give me something else to like you besides that. So, so I'm glad that they threw that line in, and I'm glad that Bayley played that form in. That was great.
Alexa's at the end didn't seem to land, but I was still into it.
One of my favorite parts was Nikki's reaction while they're just like
The entire segment.
it was actually kind of cute watching like two people fight. Like, do I get in? Do I say something?
Especially like after Alexa punched her, like I don't know exactly where her character is leaning towards because she didn't look like she knew how to react.
She definitely served face the entire episode. I'm glad she's learning from the best Alexa in that department.
Those facials.
Yeah.
Right?
Finally, I have a little interest in this match. Hope the match delivers because Alexa versus Bayley never delivered. Am I right?
It might this time.
It might
because
this time.
We know Bayley can go. And we know Alexa can give us a match. Like, you know, she's never been like the top wrestler, but she can sell a match.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to see it.
Pretty sure that Nikki might be involved in a match on Sunday. So we'll see where this goes. But if I had to look at the go home promo for this match and the go home promo for Becky and Lacey, I would say that I would want to watch this match first.
We had a little backstage segment with Zelina Vega. Her top was really cute. Yeah, she's always very good in that role. But I heard, Paloma,
Yeah.
you had a little twist of fate.
I did. I have a little tidbit of experience. Zelina Vega was Rosita in TNA. Before that, I was trained by Taz. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I was the first woman to be trained at Taz's dojo.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was
Wow.
cool. Super intense.
Where is Taz?
In New York, in Long Island.
Oh, wow.
So I was the first woman ever to train with him, so I thought that was really awesome. Super intense, very intimidating, and I could go on and about how much I learned, but he was awesome. Well, anyway, a few months after that, he was texting me and was like, oh, I need you to cut a promo for me in like less than 2 minutes talking in Spanish. I'm like, oh, okay, here you go. I'll send it to him. He's like, okay, now cut a promo about how proud you are being your Latina heritage and where you're from. I'm like, okay, cool, here it is. He's like, okay, now send me 8x10s. I'm like, all right, sure. And I'm like, it's Tuesday. That means he's working at TNA. I'm like, what is this about? So then he reaches out to me and he's like, oh, I'm really pitching you hard to be on this role for the new LAX. So they wanted women to be in it, and I'm really shooting for you. I'm pitching you, but I'm like, what? This is awesome. And so I'm waiting to hear back from him. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I did good enough for the promos. Fortunately for Zelina/Rosita, she's the one that got the role. And good for her, of course, you know, but I cannot help but think like, that could have been me. That could have been me. I know. Oh my gosh, it's such a hottie too.
That is crazy.
But it's so crazy. It's just insane how many of these, I guess, moments and episodes you have being a professional wrestler where you're like, it's almost there and it's not.
Does it sometimes happen? Like you just like cut a promo and like send it to me? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
selfie promo?
Yeah, I did the whole, like, I think it was my boyfriend at the time that was like holding it up for me, and I just like did it from my apartment and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, sure, here it is. Because you just never know what they're looking for, and you could honestly be at the right place at the right time. But it's still a cool story to tell.
Yeah, let's move to the return of Kabuki Warriors. Because WWE is going to Tokyo next week. Right before the Tokyo tour, they have to put the Japanese people in there.
Of course.
Yes, backstage they showed up with Paige, still around.
She's still here.
They challenged IIconics for a tag match, non-title. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
If Kabuki Warriors beat IIconics, they will get
Then
that.
they get the title match.
So when they beat
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's
I'm
gonna be what?
Sure,
For
they will
sure.
be. I'm sure they will beat IIconics, and the Japanese people will be very proud. Oh, Sugoi! There's gonna be WWE live event in Tokyo next Friday.
I feel like they're just gonna let the Kabuki Warriors be kind of dominant.
I think it'll be interesting to see if they do like a longer program with them, or if it's just gonna be like one title shot, boom, okay, you're done.
It's really sad again because IIconics can go. They actually had a great match in NXT with Asuka for the takeover match. So they work with Asuka, they know Asuka, but IIconics just keep being booked as these like weak champions. And lastly, there was a backstage segment with Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and angry Ember Moon.
And donuts.
And donuts.
That's a little plugging their YouTube channel.
I like this angry Ember Moon for sure. I just can't wait for her to have a really good push, a really good run, show a lot more character from her than we've seen before. I'm liking these backstage promos that they're doing with her, you know, getting to know her like a little bit more, showing a little, like, you know, the nerdy side of her and stuff, because that's legit how she is. Totally digging her being angry and really going at it with Mandy. I thought that was really cool. Everybody knows that Sonya was an MMA fighter, so her going like toe to toe, you know, like changing punches. I'm like, yeah, get her, girl.
What's your thought on Sonya Deville?
I like her. I really like her. I think she has a different style than anybody else. I know the whole Ronda, and she was in like in UFC and also an MMA fighter, but I think Sonya's style is very different from Ronda's. And I really like the whole like put your hair up, square up, or something like that.
Buying that new rainbow shirt.
Oh, totally. It's awesome. I think that's really cool because I don't feel like a lot of women have embraced like, okay, for real, so if you're gonna be in a fight, you gotta put your hair up. You're not gonna like go out there like looking all cute and stuff. Like, you're gonna put your hair up, hold my earrings, girl, let me go get this. I may or may have not done that before. But so I'm glad for her. She has a different style, different look, and hopefully they do more with her, honestly. Her and Ember Moon maybe can have a great program together.
Although that little interaction with Carmella makes me think that the next step is going to be a tag match.
Totally.
That's the thing. If this segment would have been perfect if they just dropped the Carmella part, because I don't want Ember to be like, hey girl, like that kind of vibe. I just want her to just go like destroy.
And Carmella should just be the 24/7 champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I love R-Truth. R-Truth is doing some gold stuff in there, but Carmella being 24/7 champion would be amazing.
Thank you so much for watching this week's review. I think Bayley looks a little interesting.
I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I'm going for it now.
Yeah.
More interested than I was before all this started. So
Yeah. So if you want to see us eat chicken while watching Stomping Grounds
And get drunk.
and get drunk all the time, so join in for our live viewing watching party. Until then,
you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at PalomaStar with 2 R's. Muchas gracias por todos los mensajes.
and when's your next match?
Oh, my next match is this Saturday, June 22nd in Lake in the Hills, which is a suburb of Chicago, for Kaju Attack Wrestling, going against Missa Kate.
Oh,
Yeah.
another Chicago.
Another
yeah,
Chicago one. Yeah. I already beat her once, so I'll beat her again.
Casual.
Casual shade there. It's okay.
Means that you can come to ring the bell if you want to address the situation.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Joey_Mayberry or Joey Mayberry on TikTok. If you want to see some live comedy, come to the Comedy Clubhouse here in Chicago on Fridays at 10 p.m. You can see me do some live improv.
Lastly, you can find me at DS Shin. Alright, see you next week. Bye!